Cristianne, Austero, Banawa, Capati, Cirujales, Seoung, and Pimentel, presenting the social media activity of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources Facebook page. The human need to connect and communicate has encouraged the use of social media, either for person-to-person engagements or information access. By information access, government agencies can utilize social media to reach people. Additionally, Facebook is a perfect tool for this engagement to occur and be analyzed.
Facebook has been used as a determiner for communication success of government-based agencies. DENR not only has its own official website but also utilizes other social media platforms such as YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. However, there are seen issues regarding the conduct of SNS used by government-based institutions, which is lacking of research as of the moment. That is why this studies focus on the social media activity that DENR has in its official Facebook page to provide DENR with suggestions for improvements and better service provision. The general objective of this study is to report the social media activity of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources on their official Facebook page, specifically to analyze the activities of DENR on their official Facebook page in terms of number of posts per month, post content, and chosen content format. Second, to evaluate the communication success of information dissemination by means of comparison of indices of monthly reactions, comments, and shares.
The research only qualifies publications from March 15 to November 6, 2020, and post-assess are only those from the DENR Facebook page. Analysis of activeness is by monthly number of posts, post types, and formats, while communication success evaluations by reaction, comment, and share indices. Other non-DENR posts and engagement determinants were excluded, and follower updates unaccounted. Metrics and measures from Michelle and Abushana were adapted and modified as indicated here and here.
Methods. Collection and segregation of data was done using the search button on the Facebook page to gather the data that fits the inclusion criteria, and use of modified measures and metrics adapted from Michelle and Abushanab 2015 to determine the government's activeness and communication success. Additionally, the same modified measures and metrics were used to evaluate the data.
We then proceed to the results and discussion portion, where the monthly number of posts was used to analyze the activeness of DNR's Facebook page. From the graph, it can be seen that there is a steady increase in the number of posts for the succeeding months, peaking at the month of October. It should be noted that for the month of November, even though the scope of the study only spanned until November 6, 35 posts have already been made with the Facebook page, which gives us the assumption that the upward trend in the posts will still be followed.
Figure 2 shows the post content analysis of DNR Facebook posts from the months of March to November. It was observed that most of the posts tackled general information and public advisories, which explains the effect of COVID-19 as enhanced community quarantine was imposed last March, resulting in the prohibition of public activities. Figure 3 shows the types of publication found in the department's Facebook page. It was clearly noticed that the shared publications have a huge contribution to the page, as it garnered at least 73% of the total posts. These shared contents mostly came from the different DNR regional offices around the country and some wildlife agencies.
The second aim focuses on communicative success. The succeeding graph present indices, namely like, comment, and share index. These were used to measure user engagement in the posts published in the DNR Facebook page. This graph summarized the three indices that were used. As seen in the figure, all three indices showed an uptrend during September and October. One possible cause would be the controversial posts that DNR made during these months. According to Kite et al., posts that featured an emotional appeal or factual information attracted higher levels of user engagement. DNR's posts during then featured both of these characteristics. Here is the line graph of the monthly like index. According to Aranti and Longkilla, liking a post is one of the most common, easily conducted, and simplest engagement method on Facebook. With this, it was expected that the like count per post is going to be higher than the comment and share count. The month with the highest like index value was September with a value of 0.15, while the lowest was observed during March, which was about 20 times less than September. Here is the line graph of the monthly comment index. Similarly to the previous index, the graph of the comment index has a similar pattern as the like index, where an uptrend was observed during the month of September with the comment index of 0.01, while the lowest was observed during the month of March with an index about 50 times less than the peaks.
Here's the line graph of the monthly share index. For this index, the upward trend exhibited with the two previous indices is still present. However, the peak occurs at the month of October rather than September, which is the case for the two other indices. This result was attributed to the fact that the number of posts made for October was almost double than that for the previous month, which made up of posts about webinars and online content. However, it is still notable how September almost leveled the index of October, despite it having half the number of posts.
Conclusions and recommendations. The researchers found that the DNR Facebook page has been consistently active in disseminating information from the given time frame of March to November 2020. Majority of their posts are shared content from other Facebook pages or partner organizations related to the environment, animals, COVID-19 information, announcement from Malacanang, and other general advisories. On the other hand, a quarter percentage of the overall posts from the given time frame is originally posted by DNR. Most of their original posts are a combination of text and photos as well as text and videos. Their page mostly posted content about general information which can be described as information regarding COVID-19, announcement from the Malacanang, donation drives, arrest of environmental wrongdoers, job vacancies, and more. Still, the content that garnered a lot of attention was from the months of September and October. Reason because of the beautification project of the Manila Bay, which attended to add tons of crushed dolomite to supply white sand in the area. The interactions about the project were mostly based on mixed opinions by the social media users. Speaking of the share index, the month of October garnered the highest. From our observations, the reason behind it is because of the contests and webinars which require participation from the social media users. Overall, September garnered the highest engagement based on the comparison on like, comment, and share indices. Recommendations. For the social media manager of DNR official Facebook page, another is to continually fulfill their mandate of upholding environmental conservation and management, as this was their stated departmental aim. In the social context of the so-called beautification project of Manila Bay, the group recommends for them to listen to marine scientists to tackle the environmental problems, specifically the poor waste management and lack of wastewater treatment plants through intensive cleaning, behavioral change of the community, and policy improvements regarding the issue. It is because the project is costly, temporary, and may be harmful to physical health. For the future researchers who plan to conduct a similar study, the group recommends to explore other social media activities of other government agencies to produce extensive results. Another is to observe social media platforms used by the agencies to widen the range of the study results. Also, to increase the time frame of social media activities to ensure the soundness of the data. Another is to monitor the number of follower increases per month to check if their social media posts make users entice and engage with what they post. Lastly is to observe how the agencies respond to the comments to measure their direct engagement with the audience. Thank you for listening.